Hello everyone and welcome to Flickering Myth, an extension of the website flickeringmyth.com. My name's EJ Marino and today we are diving in to a brand new review of the film Good Boys. Good Boys is a new R-rated comedy from Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg. They're the team behind Sausage Party and Superbad. Where does Good Boys lie in the range of Superbad and Sausage Party? I think this movie's firmly in the middle. Is it as well made, as polished as Superbad? No. Is it as raunchy and gross as Sausage Party? No. It's firmly in the middle, which I think makes Good Boys a really enjoyable experience. The worst part of Good Boys is it feels a little bit of a been there, done that syndrome. There's a lot of times these comedy movies have a template and they follow the template, where a movie I think like Booksmart, American Pie, or even Superbad has broken the mold a little bit. Here, none of the molds are getting broken, but sometimes movies don't need to do that. Sometimes they just need to make a straightforward comedy, a straightforward horror, or a straightforward drama, and just tell the story it should. I think Good Boys does that. As much as, like I said, I've been there, done that with some of the things in this movie, they're still funny. It still works, so I can't fault them for that, because they had me laughing out loud. Good Boys stars Jacob Tremblay, Brady Noon, and Keith L. Williams, three kids who are absolutely hilarious. We've seen Jacob Tremblay in things like the new Predator film and Wonder. He's a talented actor. I had no doubt he would actually carry the film really well, and he's a good lead for a movie like this. He's the most grounded, the most centered, the most well-rounded of the boys. But actually, all the kids are pretty great. Keith L. Williams steals the show as Lucas. Makes me laugh out loud every scene. He's kind of the snitch of the group. The other guys are trying to figure out little sixth grader lies. And he's like, nah, we did this, this, and this. I'm not trying to get in trouble. I enjoyed his character. The most laugh out loud moments. His dad in the movie is Lil Rel Howery from Get Out. Remember those scenes he stole in that movie? Well, imagine a littler version of that, because that's what Keith L. Williams does in this movie. But he's not alone, because Brady Noon as Thor is one of my favorite characters. Now, with a name like that, I expected some jokes about the name, some MCU jokes, things like that, but that wasn't here. And maybe it wasn't needed, because he was funny on his own. I expected him to be that one, cringe, scummy kid of the group that, oh god, here he goes making the bad. Oh no, he's the cute jokes. He's adorable. Everything in this movie worked well, but these three leads held it together like great glue. With a comedy like this, you would expect really cringy comedy or some politically incorrect jokes. Look, this movie isn't some SJW woke dream, but it's not as bad as it could have been. Put this movie in the 80s or the 90s, so many more offensive jokes, so many more oh god, they're doing that. But no, the kids talk about consent in this movie, but look, they're all horny boys, they're all trying to kiss girls, but you could do that with girls' permission, and that's kind of the message that's minor in this movie. There's a lot of messages in this movie. None of them are beat you over the head, but I thought that consent message was good. I thought some of the non-offensive jokes to LGBT people, to minorities, usually these jokes would have been littered throughout a script like this. They're not here, and that's refreshing. And I think that's what makes this movie a little bit more different than some of its peers. If Good Boys would have shaken up the template a little bit, look, the script's okay. I'm glad they avoided, like I said, a lot of the tropes, but if they would have shaken up the template, made something a little bit fresher and new, I could have said this was one of the best movies of the year. But some of those, been there, done that syndrome does keep it kind of as that was a good film. It was an enjoyable time. Now, is this a run out to the theaters and see it? Maybe not. If you're desperate for a comedy and need a good laugh, this is under 2 hours and I laughed a lot. So that's saying something, but if anything, wait for this is on video on demand and at least watch it there because it's worth it. This is three great kids doing a good comedy. Seth Rogen growing as a crafter of these movies. Usually, he's grown a lot too as a screenwriter, and I think that shows in this movie, and I really thought it was refreshing. It was a good time. I really recommend Good Boys. Like I said, if it's not a run out to the theaters and see it before the year's end. I think you really enjoy this. Thank you so much for my review of The Good Boys. What did you think of this review? What do you think of this movie? I'm not a really big comedy fan, but I said this one made me laugh out loud, so take that as a really big sign. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to Flickering Myth, because we make videos like this every single week. Also, make sure you guys give us a thumbs up, because YouTube takes us oh so seriously. Don't forget to leave all your feelings in the comments below, and let's talk about Good Boys all day.